direction.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And an incomplete pass. Stop the clock here. Just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. But 1st down, Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens and things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Cousins now to throw on 1st down to Jefferson on the slant. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that one caught downfield by Pascal. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
On second down, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking looking at a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Eagles 21.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. They're off.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing is working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. A but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you're calling for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. Potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Thielen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 38 yards. And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Throwing is Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He's got room past the 30. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Things looking much rosier for them here in Week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deep.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's across for 2 points. What a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. On third down, Cousins got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. That's not going to get it done. Coming away short of the first at about the 21. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins here to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly...
And this will be caught at the 30. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that ball for a minute until he was rolled up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in